capital. And wow, what a difference a week makes. As of last Friday, March 6, 2026, the S&P 500 was down about 1.5%. Now, most people would say that the markets have been pretty rich. The S&P 500 has had consecutive back-to-back double-digit years. So, at some point, something had to give. Recently investors are pointing to this war in Iran as the reason for volatility. And frankly, markets do not like unpredictability. Markets do not like, geopolitical tensions. Markets like political, gridlock in Washington, D.C. Markets don't like, extreme policies. And it's because of that you saw, the S&P 500 go negative on the year. I've been speaking year to date, how the S&P 500 was up, how the Russell 2000, again, 2000 of America's smaller publicly traded companies, was up, 7% at its peak or so. And now it was down 5% just last week. And it's markets don't like smaller companies, right, that don't have the stability that more mature companies have during times of unpredictability, during times of political chaos, frankly.